XFL fans, welcome back to the XFL Fan Zone. And what a week it was for Week 4. We had another good week. 3 of the 4 games were very competitive. We had one blowout, but let's get into the top 5 headlines, which I think were about Week 4 of the XFL. 1, there's parity in the league. The Roughnecks may be 4-0, but you could have made the argument they could have lost yesterday to Dallas. They could have lost last week to Tampa Bay. They could have lost the week before that to St. Louis. The difference between St. Louis and everyone else right now, they execute, they make you pay for mistakes, and they have P.J. Walker. You add the fact that their defense leads the league in turnovers and sacks. That's why they're 4-0. As for the other teams, D.C. started out 2-0, look like world beaters. Last 2 weeks, they now look like the New York Guardians were last weekend. Speaking of the Guardians who were dreadful the last 2 weeks, put together a very good game yesterday. The Vipers, the preseason favorite to win it all, looked terrible the first 2 weeks, have looked great the last 2 weeks. Dallas has looked the same in every game. They're 2-2. The Dragons have looked the same in every game. They're 1-3. Even the Wildcats, they had that one game. They've been in every game. They're 1-3 also. So there's parity among the league, and that's good for the league. Every given Saturday or Sunday, either one of these teams can win the game. So that's exactly what you want. Fans, keep coming to the games. Don't give up on your team. 2, the Dallas-Houston game lived up to its hype. That was a good game. Unfortunately, the big story of the game is Landry Jones done for the year? We don't know. The way he was crying and weeping on the sideline, I felt sorry for him. I know it was tears of frustration and anger, or if he knows he's done for the year. Hopefully it's the first, which is frustration, because Dallas needs him, the league needs him, and if you want this league to last long and you want good quarterback play, we need him back in that lineup as soon as possible, hopefully this year. But P.J. Walker was good again, and Dallas, despite giving away 3 turnovers and a fumble 6, they were in position to win that game. Another good goal line stand by the Houston Roughnecks, another big interception by Marquise Gates, another back-to-back interception to seal the deal for the second week in a row. Dallas is 2-2, 0-2 at home, 2-0 on the road. Go figure that one out. Houston is 4-0. The Vipers finally win a game. There's your headline of the week, and they win in convincing fashion. It was a 25-0. They beat the DC Defenders, so they won a division game. The Vipers also had the first ever 100-yard rusher in Le'Veon Smith, and then they had the second 100-yard rusher, Jack Patrick. So they had 2 100-yard rushers in the game. So they're the first team ever to do that in the league that's designed to throw. But it opened up the things for Taylor Cornelius. He had a good game. That Viper defense shut down that DC running game. They were in Cardell Jones' face the whole game. Vipers are now 1-3, but they're looking a lot better. 4th headline. The Guardians look like a football team. They're now 2-2. They look good in special teams, blocking a field goal. And Matt McCrane was awesome. 3 clutch field goals in that terrible weather. Josh Johnson had a good game, 330 yards, 2 wonderful touchdown passes, 2 other nice passes downfield. But they couldn't run the ball. The New York defense shut down that running game. The New York offensive line opened up that running game to make things easier for Luis Perez and kept the defense off the field. So towards the end of the game, when we needed them, they came up big. So that's your 4th headline of the week. In the 5th headline, what is going on in D.C.? They looked like world beaters at home the first 2 weeks. They looked terrible the last 2 weeks. Apparently, Cardell Jones asked a teammate to get benched last night, and he ended up getting benched last night. Cardell, I know you're one of the faces of the league. We all like you. But remember, this is the XFL, not the NFL. You can't dictate to your coach who's going to get benched and who's not, especially after the way you have played the last 2 weeks. So those are your top 5 headlines for the week, everyone. Let me know what you think. As another headline, we were down 12,000 people this week in attendance, which I knew was going to be the case. All the home openers are done now, but we still had solid crowds in Dallas and St. Louis. Anyway, folks, we'll talk to you later. See you next week.